he said, where you might think it makes sense to put the two straight teammates in one bed and me in the other, the two straight teammates didn't want to do that because they were afraid that they might think that I might think that they were being homophobic. So then the two straight teammates, they got into an argument about who was going to get to sleep with the gay guy. But the problem was whoever lost the argument would be viewed as somehow more homophobic. So the solution, they pushed both beds together, put the gay guy in the middle and the else left in the middle. Another very heartwarming story comes from an openly gay athlete and his friend who both came out to their cross-country and track coach at a very conservative school in the American South. And the coach said, I don't have a problem with it, but I wish you not broadcast this. And the athletes resented that to some degree. So they kept it closet. They didn't talk about it. They kept it within their team till the very end of their senior year. And the very end of their senior year, they were set to run the state championship meet in the 4x400 meter relay. Two gay athletes and two straight athletes. About an hour before the event, two straight teammates came over to the two gay teammates and said, we've got a present for you guys. Then they held out a bag, and the gay athletes reached in the bag and they pulled out two pairs of gay pride socks, rainbow socks. And the athlete said, we want you to wear them in the state meet because we're tired of you being silenced. And of course, this brought amazing emotion to the two gay teammates. And then the straight athlete said, but there's more. And they reached into another bag and pulled out two more pairs. And they said, and we're going to wear them too. And together, the four athletes ran and won the state meet championship in the 4x400 meters. But now that I have you thinking, oh, I hope I got the goosebumps going and thinking, oh, everything is just amazingly wonderful, I should point out that there is still some resistance. But the resistance predominantly comes from older men, particularly older male coaches and athletic directors, men who grew up in the era that I grew up, the incredibly homophobic 1980s, men who really value hypermasculinity and think that it's going to help their athletes perform better. One of the reasons we don't have many openly gay professional team sport athletes in the United Kingdom and the United States today is because agents are saying, no, don't do it. The younger men are saying, it's really not an issue. But what I really want to point out is that there's a sea change here. We've had 3 openly gay athletes come out just recently, just this past year in the United Kingdom. 2 Welshmen, Gareth Thomas, which I hope you recognize, and also Stephen Davies, a member of the Great British cricket team. Both of these men have come out of the closet, and they've been promoting LGBT rights through the internet and talks and so forth. Anton Heisen has come out, he's a British citizen, as a professional football player, and apparently he's the son of a famous footballer here in Britain. And I kind of want to point out that I probably need to change the focus of my research, because it's not really sport where the problem is anymore. The problem really exists amongst 13 to 15-year-old boys, pre-sixth form level. That's where the homophobic bullying is taking place. And I'm going to play a video for you here. And this is a video that was put together by an American teenager because there's been a rash of 13 to 15-year-old suicides in the United States of gay boys who've been bullied and have killed themselves. And I'm going to show you this video, and then I'm going to show you sports' response to this horrible trend.
I miss everything that you used to say. I just can't believe that you went away. You belong in my heart just every day. All the memories I hope won't fade away. Even though you in the hands of God, I pray. Every time I see your picture, it makes me cry. Cause I think about the days when I say goodbye. And I need you here by my side. You're my angel now, but I can't deny that I can't stop crying. Wishing I was with you when the was just flying. Forget all the lonely nights, I don't wanna cry anymore. Talk to you, but I get denied. There's no response, just another lonely night. I wish I could see you just one more time. I miss you, I need you, and I love you. Cause without you, my life is incomplete. And I need you to hold me so tight and never let me go. Don't let me go, no. I miss you, miss you so much. So much, so much.
This video is part of a campaign. It's part of a campaign to, let's keep it there. The video is part of a campaign, an internet campaign, to tell kids in schools that things will get better, that you're not alone. And this video points out a very interesting phenomenon, in that there used to be a rule. And the rule was, when you're gay and you're in school, you're ours. You're ours to bully as we see fit. And your teachers won't stop it, and your coaches will probably promote it. You're ours to bully. And if you make it to 18, and you're fortunate enough to get to university and find a more inclusive group of people to hang around, well, then we'll leave you be. But the rule was, you can't go back. You can't go back and make a difference. You can't go back and talk to those kids who are going through what you went through just a while ago. Because if you do go back, we'll say that you're recruiting, that you're grooming, so that those kids are hands off. Well, the internet has changed this. The internet has given us a way to get into the average living room of the average gay kid, to say to them that things do get better. And sportsmen are at the forefront of this. Ben Cohen has just retired from rugby. He is now making his life's mission to tour United States schools talking about anti-bullying efforts. This is a video made by professional sports teams.
We say that there is no place in society for hatred and bullying against anyone.
There is no place for children and teenagers to feel isolated or like they have to end their own lives.
To all the kids out there who are struggling.
And we know it may seem hopeless right now.
But please know that you have an amazing future in front of you.
And an entire community in your corner. We promise you, it gets better.
It gets better.
Se pone mejor.
Yokunario.
We promise you, it does get better. Please visit itgetsbetter.org for more information.
This is starting a trend of It Gets Better videos. The President of the United States has made one, Hillary Clinton has made one. Now major sports teams are rushing to make these videos to say that not only does it get better, but things have gotten better. Sport, for the first time, is no longer an anchor on social progress. Sportsmen are now standing up. Last month was the best month for gays in sport ever. More people came out of the closet. More professional athletes came out and drove to say that they support gay marriage in New York, or that they support anti-bullying efforts wherever. Charles Barkley, a famous basketball player, just came out of the closet and said that he's got lots of gay teammates and it's not an issue, etc., etc., etc. Professional sport owners are coming out of the closet. Sport journalists are coming out of the closet. There's a real trend occurring, and much of it has to do with this video. Well, how wonderful is it to be at an institution that is at the forefront of championing this type of inclusivity? After I was hired, after only being here for a week, the PVC, Liz Stewart, brought me into her office and said, Eric, what can we do to promote inclusivity, to promote a better culture for our LGBT students on campus? And I said, well, you need two things. One, we need a video, an It Gets Better style video. A video that sends a message to our students and our staff that this is a very inclusive and dynamic university, that this is a place where you can be you and you will be supported for that. Well, by the time I got back to my office, there was an email saying, please meet with. Not only are we making a video, but we're making a professional video for all the world to see. And I said, Liz, we need an outlet. We need a place on the portal where openly gay, lesbian, and other sexual minorities can go and sign up. The staff and the faculty can say, we're here. So the students can go and sign up and say, we're here. So that kids who are looking at coming to the university and thinking, what might my life be like as a sexual minority at the University of Winchester, can see this website and see, look at all of these sexual minorities on staff. Look at all these students. So they can find mentors. So we can create a better, more dynamic culture. The University of Winchester will be the first university to have an electronic published outlist. We are at the forefront promoting inclusivity. And that makes me very proud to be at this university. This means that my research, a decade of my research, is showing that not only are things getting better, but people are taking this rather serious. It makes me feel that as a sociologist, I've actually done some good. Not that all of this, of course, is due to me, but most of my academic work I write in accessible forums. I do lots of media work to get the message out there, and it's working. But I couldn't do it alone. As I said before, I have a posse of graduate students and several undergraduate students who are very keen on this research. People who I've exploited to use their youth to get in and understand the worlds of youth so that we can really get the best data possible. And many of them are here tonight. Most of them are on this row here. And I just want to call out their names and publicly thank them. It's Dr. Mark McCormick. These are all my graduate students. Dr. Sean Philiute, Adi Adams, Matt Ripley, Brittany McGuire, Robin Pitts, Ben Rocket, and Harry Lee. And I'm also very proud to say that next year I'll be bringing 4 brand new graduate students to the University of Winchester. Rachel Bullingham will be studying the experiences of lesbians in sport. Roy McGrath will be studying fans' attitudes towards having gay players in Premiership football. Stuart Booth will be studying the experiences of openly gay and lesbian sixth form students. And Joanne Bradshaw will be studying the lives of bisexual women in the domestic sphere. So this is truly wonderful to have a whole new crew of people coming to continue with this line of research next year. And finally, I want to thank my mentors, my PhD advisors, Professor Francesca Cancian, Professor Judith Trees, and Professor Michael Mesner, who have been instrumental in teaching me to not only be a good sociologist, but a sociologist who cares to get his research published and out and accessible to the wider culture. And finally, of course, the backbone. I won't cry. Of everything I do, my partner, Graham Peters. Okay, moving on. If you'd like to see this presentation, all you have to do is put that address in your browser, and the presentation will come up. And if you're interested in any of my research, I make it all available for free on my website, or just email me, and I'll be glad to send you copies of anything. If you can think of a place to use me, I know we have several members of law enforcement here tonight who are interested in seeing how they can promote inclusivity at professional football matches. Where are they? I saw them earlier. There they are. Brilliant. Wonderful to have you here. I know I was a sixth form teacher. I talked to her earlier, said she'd love to have me come in and give a talk. Please, use me. That's what I'm here for. And thank you very much for attending tonight and listening to what I have to say. I very much so appreciate it.